Good morning, dear children of class 7th and section A and section B. Dear children, today we are going to study geography, chapter 3, page number 22, composition and structure of the atmosphere. Dear children, open your book and listen the explanation carefully, and after that I will give you the photos of the exercises, question answer, and I will explain you which diagram will come, what you have to draw, what you have to write in copy, fair copy, what you have to write in book. So let us start the chapter. Actually, what is composition? Composition here means that our atmosphere is mixed up of various gases which are harmful. Some are harmful gases, some are very useful gases, and they are needed for life on this planet Earth. If there was no atmosphere on this Earth, there would have been no life on this planet. So it is kind of a blanket of gases which is called atmosphere. Our Earth is covered with this atmosphere that protects the Earth from the harmful rays of the sun. It also controls the temperature, and most important of all, it contains oxygen, which is essential for every form of life. This atmosphere is surrounded on the Earth. Why? Because of Earth's gravity. If there was no gravity on planet Earth would have no atmosphere. So due to this, life exist on this Earth. Now we are going to read the topic composition of the atmosphere. In this topic we will know that what type of gases are mixed in the atmosphere and how much percentage. This is the figure. I'll show you, children. This is the figure. This figure you have to draw anyhow. Just a minute. Yeah, composition of the atmosphere. This figure you have to draw. I will explain you where and when you have to draw, but we are going to study the composition of atmosphere. The atmosphere is a colorless and odorless layer of gases that surrounds the Earth. There is no color of the atmosphere or any gases, neither nitrogen, neither oxygen, and various gases. What gases are there? Nearly 99% of the atmosphere consists of nitrogen, 78% is nitrogen, and oxygen is 21%. There are more other gases such as carbon dioxide, hydrogen, helium, argon, and a few others. In this atmosphere there is water vapor also, various dust particles also, smoke or its other constituents, and all these are mixed up together and it forms atmosphere. That due to this the life exists on planet Earth. The atmosphere is thicker and heavier near the surface of the Earth. As we go up higher and higher and higher, it becomes less dense with an increase in height above sea level. As we go up higher above Earth, the atmosphere becomes less dense, means बहुत पतला हो जाता है एटमॉस्फेयर वहाँ पर, और जैसे जैसे हम ज़मीन पर आते हैं उस तरीके से एटमॉस्फेयर बहुत हैवी हो जाता है, and it gets very cold as we reach up and very hot too. How? We will read further. The gravitational pull of the Earth holds the air in place around the Earth. Due to the Earth gravitational force, all this air around the Earth, it is held up by this gravity. The atmosphere therefore exerts pressure on the surface of the Earth because of its weight. Due to the excess weight of this atmosphere, it makes due to gravity it makes pressure on the Earth. Now dear children, we will read importance of atmospheric gases. Why these gases are very important? We will know. Nitrogen, which has the highest percent of marks in this atmosphere. See, 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen, rest is helium, carbon dioxide, hydrogen and other gases. So 78% is a big number, and it is mostly nitrogen is covered. And what helps nitrogen? It is present in all living organism and helps in the growth of living beings. Do you know children, human body is made up of cells, small cells, and that small cells are healthy and they grow up with the help of nitrogen only. Second gas is oxygen, which is 21% in the atmosphere. It is a colorless and tasteless gas and is the second most prevalent gas in the atmosphere, 21%. Living beings breathe it to live. Oxygen in the form of ozone, O3 chemical name, is present in the earth atmosphere and helps to protect the earth from ultraviolet radiation from the sun. Now I will explain you. If there was no oxygen, children, so it means there was no life on earth. Especially humans, there would be no humans on earth. So what? In the form of ozone, O3 in the atmosphere, ozone is present, and that ozone, it protects the earth from the harmful ultraviolet radiations from the sun, which can cause various skin diseases such as cancer. Next gas is carbon dioxide, CO2. Carbon dioxide exists in the earth atmosphere as a colorless and odorless gas. It is produced by all animals, fungi and microorganisms during respirations and is used by plants during photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide, very important gas, especially for plants, because they make photosynthesis, and due to this photosynthesis they make their own food. Carbon dioxide helps in creating the greenhouse effect. Without the greenhouse effect, it would be too cold for life to exist on this planet. Carbon dioxide helps the atmosphere that no gases should exceed away from the atmosphere. It works as a greenhouse gas effect. How? It makes the earth little warm, and due to this little warm, life is much possible on planet earth. If there was no CO2, it would have become very cold and no life would be there on this planet. What is excess in this atmosphere? There is water vapor also. Water vapor is constantly generated by evaporation. Lot of heat and water gets evaporated and removed from the atmosphere by condensation, and it goes up, cools down and makes cloud, and that cloud it drop the water in the form of condensation, that is called rain. Atmospheric water vapor falls on the earth as rain, which is very important for our agriculture and is also a source of fresh water. Do you know children, rainwater is the most fresh water on this earth. Rainwater is the purest form of water on this earth, and all this pure water, especially it is in the frozen form on the North Pole as well as the South Pole. Now we will reach the next topic, children, structure of atmosphere. The atmosphere has 5 distinct layers. They are the troposphere, above that stratosphere, above that mesosphere, above that thermosphere, and overall is exosphere. We will study one by one. What is troposphere here? Troposphere, the word troposphere comes from the Greek word tropin, which means to turn, change or mix. The troposphere is the lowest layer of the atmosphere and also the most important. It protects us from the heat of the sun during the day and keeps the earth warm at night. This is the densest layer of atmosphere and its thickness varies from 8 km over the poles to 18 km over the equator. In this layer, temperature decreases with height as the atmosphere becomes thinner. The amount of atmosphere gases goes on decreasing as we go up. Remember children, before that I have just said, as we go up over the planet, the atmosphere density becomes less and it is in excess heating or excess cold. The rate at which the temperature drops is 1 degree centigrade per 165 meters. As you go 165 meters above, you will find that the temperature is 1 degree centigrade less. Again 165 meter above, you will find 1 more degree centigrade less. This is also called the lapse rate. All weather phenomena such as clouds, rain, storms, etc. occur in this layer. The boundary between the troposphere and the stratosphere is called the tropopause. Now the next layer above that troposphere is stratosphere. We will study stratosphere. Dear children, stratosphere, this layer of atmosphere lies just above the troposphere but below the mesosphere. It is the second major layer of the Earth atmosphere. The temperature is constant in the lower part but increases in the upper part. It is about 0 degree centigrade at 50 km. This increase in temperature is because of the absorption of the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays by the ozone gas present in this layer. However, the temperature begins to fall again. The stratosphere is almost without clouds because of the extremely low temperature in the tropopause, due to which there is hardly any movement of water vapor from the troposphere to the stratosphere. The stratosphere is characterized by an increase in ozone gas with a maximum ozone concentration at about 30 km. The stratosphere is therefore also called the ozonosphere because ozone layer belongs in this area. This ozone layer protects us from the sun's ultraviolet rays. Commercial airlines normally fly in the lower levels of the stratosphere. They do this to avoid atmospheric turbulence. What is turbulence? If they go up, they won't find air and its jet engine will fail, and if they come down, there will be lots and lots of air which may give a turbulence to the airplane. That occurs in the troposphere. The stratopause, the upper part of this layer, it separates it from the mesosphere. These were the two layers we have studied. First troposphere and second is stratosphere. Now we will study the next layer on page number 24, and I will show you the figure. It's very important figure children. This figure also you have to draw. This figure also you have to draw in copy. I will show you. This is the figure. Image is not clear but hope so. See, troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. This you have to draw. It's very important figure. Anyhow, I will explain where and when. Let us study the third layer of the atmosphere. Third layer of the atmosphere is mesosphere. This layer extends from the top of the stratosphere up to the height of 80 km. Where it is here, mesosphere. We can see the third layer, mesosphere. From 51 km to 80 km is mesosphere. In this layer, what we see, there are meteor showers. Meteor shower is that this meteor, that the various small tiny objects coming from the outer space, they get burned and make like this tail effect, lighting tail effect, that is done in the mesosphere. This mesosphere saves us from this various tiny particles which is coming towards directly towards the earth, and it gets burned due to the atmospheric pressure, and in the mesosphere it get burns. So we are safe due to this atmosphere. Now we will study what happens. Height of 80 km above the earth, here the temperature decreases with height till it reaches minus 100 degrees centigrade. At the end of the mesosphere, the temperature decreases because the air is much thinner, which is less dense here, and there is a little amount of ozone which helps in heating the stratosphere. This layer has the lowest temperature in the atmosphere. Most meteors from space burn up in this layer. Just I have explained you, the tiny particles coming from the outer space, they get to burn up in this layer. The mesopause, the upper part of this layer, separates it from the thermosphere. Okay, what is this is the central part, mesosphere and thermosphere. This here where it is written 80 kilometers, where there is written 80 kilometers, here is the central part. What is it is called mesopause. This mesosphere and thermosphere where they join here, it is called mesopause. Now we will study the second last layer, that is thermosphere. There is here thermosphere in the image, I will show you clearly. This is thermosphere, this is aurora, and this is subtle. You have listened about International Space Station. Astronauts go over there and they do research in the outer space, and they go through this shuttle spacecraft. And this aurora, this is a green color like firefly, color of firefly. It is found where the atmosphere is very clean and clear. You can see this aurora over there, especially on the mountain and the highest altitude on the earth. Now we are going to study thermosphere. We are going to study thermosphere. Thermosphere is the layer above the mesosphere, is called the thermosphere. It has little air. In this thermosphere, temperature increases as one goes higher. This is due to the direct energy of the sun or solar radiation causing the atomic particles to be charged. Temperature in this layer can rise as high as 1750 degrees centigrade. My goodness. Gases become very light due to low density. Low density means the temperature is very high. Temperature is very high. On 100 degrees centigrade, water starts boiling. Now it is more than that, 1750 degrees centigrade. So obviously gases will become very light due to heat, excess heat, and it will have low density. The upper part of the thermosphere is called the ionosphere. The ionosphere contains electrically charged particles called ions, which helps in transmitting communication signals. Communication satellites orbit in this layer. Dear children, the man-made satellites, they orbit in this layer. In which layer? Ionosphere, which is above the thermosphere. In this layer, all the man-made satellites from various countries, they go up, and in this layer they revolve around the earth. The ionosphere contains electrically charged particles called ions, which help in transmitting communication signals. What is communication signals? The way we communicate on telephone, we watch television, all these signals, they come through the satellites in this ionosphere, human satellites in this ionosphere, which contains electrically charged particles, which helps these communication signals to transmit from one place to another. These are known as communication satellites orbit in this layer. They help in transmitting the signals back to the earth. This layer extends upwards from 80 km to about 500 km. 80 किलोमीटर से लेके 500 किलोमीटर के बीच का जो हिस्सा है, that is known as ionosphere. Now we are going to study the last part in the our atmosphere, that is exosphere. Exhaust means outer of the space. It is the uppermost layer of the atmosphere. It starts at the top of the thermosphere and continues until it merges with space. Temperature increases with altitude. जैसे जैसे ऊपर जाते हैं इसका temperature बढ़ता है, because there is no ozone, and in this layer because of solar radiation it can exceed up to 4000 degrees centigrade, which while hydrogen and helium are the main gases of this layer, they exist only in very small quantities. This is because of the absence of gravity. So children, we have all studied about troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, exosphere. Now we will study the significance of the atmosphere, that how and it is helped, how this atmosphere helps the earth. And these two figures you have to draw where, when, I will explain. Let us come to the last topic, significance of the atmosphere. Significance of the atmosphere. There are few points given. The atmosphere is a protective blanket that surrounds the earth and keeps away all hazardous and deadly radiations such as ultraviolet rays of the sun. Due to this atmosphere, we are very safe from the ultraviolet radiations, ultraviolet rays of the sun. It helps to maintain the average temperature of the earth's surface at a comfortable 15 degrees centigrade, whereas in the absence of the atmosphere, the temperature of the earth would have been an uncomfortable minus 18 degrees centigrade. This atmosphere, it controls the climate, temperature of the earth, which makes it up to the 15 degrees centigrade, whereas if there was no atmosphere, the temperature would have been minus 18 degrees centigrade. So I think 15 degrees centigrade is much better than minus 18 degrees centigrade. The atmosphere acts as a medium for the transportation of heat around the earth, especially from the warm equatorial regions to the cold, mid and high latitudes. The atmosphere acts as a medium for the transportation of heat around the earth, especially from the warm equatorial regions to the cold, mid and high latitudes. Next point, it acts as a medium to transport water vapor through the process of the air circulation that determines the amount of precipitation in different parts of the world. This atmosphere helps to transport water vapor through the process of air circulation on the planet Earth. I will explain you with the figure right now, don't worry. The atmosphere acts as a storage bin for huge amounts of nitrogen which are necessary especially for plants. The atmosphere is a reservoir of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide saves our earth, makes it a comfort zone, a greenhouse effect. For that, plants use carbon dioxide to make their food with the help of sun, which is called photosynthesis. The atmosphere protects the earth from being pounded by meteors that burn up due to friction with it and do not reach the earth's surface. If there was no mesosphere, the third layer, what would happen? These meteor showers, they would directly, these tiny particles would have come to the earth and have caused a great destruction of human life, because these tiny particles, when they fall on earth, it is like a country has thrown millions of atom bomb it works like that. So it is very harmful. But this third layer mesosphere, it comes in, when it reaches over there, it is automatically it is burned up due to the friction, and it do not reaches the earth's surface, and our planet is safe. So this was the explanation of the chapter, and I will explain you once again by figure. Just a minute. See, dear children, for example, this is earth. This is earth. What happens? Almost 78% is what? Nitrogen. Rest 28%, 21% is oxygen, and this percent contains various gases such as helium, carbon dioxide, CO2, and hydrogen, and last one is other gases. This is what is found in the atmosphere. This earth is surrounded by atmosphere, and what this atmosphere is left here, it is due to the gravitational force of earth. This atmosphere doesn't go up in the sky, and it is surrounded, and it helps containing the life on planet earth. Hope you understand, children. This figure is very important, and you have to draw it. I will explain you when and where you have to draw. Now we will study about the various parts of this layers of the earth here. For example, this is Mount Everest, the highest peak on earth, Mount Everest. The first layer is troposphere, which is from 8 kilometer to 18 kilometer. Above that is troposphere. Above that is stratosphere, that is from 19 kilometer to 50 kilometer. This is second layer. That is stratosphere. Above that is the third layer, which starts from 51 kilometer to 80 kilometers. This is the third layer. This third layer is called mesosphere. Above that is thermosphere, that is the fourth layer. Fourth layer is thermosphere, and the last and most highest is exosphere, fifth layer. Fifth layer, it is exosphere. This fourth layer, thermosphere, it starts from 81 kilometer and goes up to 500 kilometer above, and this exosphere is from 501 kilometer to almost 1600 kilometer. This figure is also very important. You have to draw from book. I will explain you when and where to draw. Okay, children, I will give you the exercises, photo of the exercises, which you have to write in homework copy, and the question answers you have to write in classwork copy. I will give you all. I'll click photo and I'll send it to you. Thank you. Have a nice day ahead.